Well, good evening. It's the 17th of February and it's 22:50. 10 to 11. Today has whizzed past. I have done several things. You can see there, I've installed a new blind. Move the camera just to show. Right. What else have I done? Well, I've been working away today on this, which is a Google Docs version of everything. So what does that mean? That means that I managed to get ChatGPT to actually give me all of the modules. It was an amazing moment. I tell you what though, it is that Canvas thing that they've introduced. It must have a text limit or something that you just hit this wall with it and it just won't give you the text. Very frustrating, but I did make a breakthrough yesterday with the fact that I was very clear that it needs to check other chats, because the previous week I'd been going back and forth to work, working on modules and suggesting a section of the module and narrating it to ChatGPT and running it through. So the logic was sound and it was my take on that thing. So I was happy with the content. And then I would ask it to collate all of that information, and it would just lose large chunks of it. And it was so frustrating. So I asked it to, I literally gave it a prompt and said, listen, you need to go back through all of these other sections and check that, and I gave it like 2 or 3 specific examples about stuff that I had, the way that I think about things. So they're very specific to me. And I could tell it wasn't including them, even in the summary it was giving me. So I did that. It was very apologetic, actually. ChatGPT apologized and said, you expect more from me. I should be a good personal assistant. It was really odd. But fundamentally, it did what I wanted it to do. Up until yesterday, when it then wouldn't give me that information. It was just hitting some restriction. So the way I got around it was I said, do not use Canvas and just give me the text with the amendments and the changes that we have made together as just text in the chat. And then what I did is then went through and put all of that through into Google Docs. And here's a little scroll through. So this morning I went through and did my sort of meet your instructor about me, 27 years in the industry, how I started, what got me interested. Oh, my chair is deflating. Hold on one second. There we go. That's better. What was my inspiration? Basically, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom was the moment I realized people made movies. And then going freelance, natural history, the big leagues. I didn't call it that. It did. Why I'm doing this course, meet your instructor. Right, and then it repeats, because I don't really want to read all of this when I do the course. I just want a cue sheet, basically. And that's the green version. So what I do is I write it out long form like this and then get ChatGPT just to do a sense check and a pass on it. And then I ask ChatGPT to summarize it in great detail. And then that gives you this. So that gives you all my breakdown and stuff. And, it's probably too long, but I can cut it down when I actually shoot it. So anyway, so that's the green. So I haven't done that on anything else. I've just structured it. And the breakthrough really yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? Maybe the day before. I gave each module that's the module number there, 0. And that's the sort of section. So very quickly, and I put page breaks in. So module 1, so 1.1 is introduction, 1.2 is smartphones for filmmaking, and so on. So it just basically gives you a very simple way of keeping track of what you're doing. Anyway, if I keep scrolling, scroll, you'll see I got to the end. That is 10 modules done. That's the whole course. Yeah. So I've got another pass to do on it yet, just to make sure it's all in the right place and making sense, and also to do that sort of camera cue sheet for me. And then the next step will be in the next couple of days is to actually run. Sorry, I'm just going to have a quick swig of decaf coffee. Lovely. The next step will be to do a run through and then like a rehearsal of 1 or 2 units, and then cut them together and see if that rehearsal is good enough. And then I'm going to go through and do that for the whole lot. And then when I get to the end, then we get into the sort of publishing. And I haven't really looked into where I'm going to publish this, what platform. I've had little tentative looks at School and Udemy and things like that, but I haven't committed to any one of them. There seems to be a lot out there. So yeah, we'll see how, well, anyway, that's jumping ahead a bit. But first I've got to do a pass on all the modules, get them sort of camera ready so I can do a run through. I'm going to get through all 10, so all of them are ready for that pass. And then I will start recording them and start honing down the look of it and the feel. And also gathering all the bits and bobs I need to illustrate the module points as well. Because to do this, I need some media and I need some content that I can edit. So I'm going to look into that as well. So I think pretty much that's me done. And I'm going to say what I say every time I end one of these videos. I've been Andy. You've been great. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one. I change it now and again as well. I can never get it exactly right. I'll fix it in the edit.